Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to your monthly reading for March 2025. This is for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. We're going to jump right into it, Scorpio. I would like to formally invite you to one of the most bonkers, game-changing, new era marking months of 2025. This is the beginning of 2025. If you saw your 2025 forecast I did for you, I said this is when the year begins. Okay? This is such a major month. I don't even know where to start. Why don't we start with the fact that we are in equinox? We hit the equinox, so literally the beginning of the astrological calendar. We have two eclipses. We have Venus retrograde in Aries. We have Mercury retrograde in Aries. We also have that retrograde, by the way, that's going to be overlapping the new moon solar eclipse in Aries, where the sun is exalted because we're moving into Aries season with Chiron in Aries. And a peculiar thing that's happening. We have a 2-week long conjunction with 4 to 7 planets at a given time throughout the month, pretty much. I'm going to go over that. On top of that, yes, I'm not even done, Scorpio. We have the sun conjunct Saturn, but also Venus, and also Mercury, and also Neptune. There are no oppositions this month, except for the lunar phases, right? With the moon always having aspects, which would include the first eclipse. And we only have one square, which is actually a good square. So you see, we have no challenges. We have no challenging aspects this month other than the retrogrades and the eclipses, which are the big highlights. Now, if you saw my annual forecast, you know this is a game-changing year, right? 4 outer planets are changing signs in this compressed period of time. And the first of those planets are officially changing signs this month. That's Neptune moving into Aries. So you see, we have all this Aries energy and Pisces energy. And speaking of Neptune leaving Pisces to move into Aries, Neptune is going to go out with a bang. Going to leave us 4 conjunctions, all at 29 degrees, critical degrees, before moving into Aries. So, Scorpio, this is it. If you want to change, here it is. I'm not even, this is just, trust me, this is going to be a month. Okay, this is going to be a month. Now, the last thing I want to remind you. Here's the thing. I think that y'all are going to be really, really, really great, Scorpio, this month, because most of these stellium conjunctions are in Pisces. And don't forget, before we even get to March, February 27th, and if you're watching this video, you probably haven't gotten here yet. The new moon in Pisces. Remember, we have a stellium there as well, and that's in your 5th house of pleasure and joy and romance, true love, family, children. A lot of y'all having kids or thinking about having kids, grandkids, all right? And creativity, off the charts. Off the charts, Scorpio. I'm very, very, very excited for you. Let's get started. And yes, I have lost my voice. So hopefully you can hear me. We're going to kick it off on Saturday, March 1st. Venus goes retrograde. Now, this is a big deal, and it's a big deal because she's doing something that's not very typical for Venus. What she's going to do is that on March 27th, she's going to move back into Pisces and then go direct on April 12th in Pisces, where she'll be until April 30th, then move back to Aries April 30th to June 5th. So you see that we have this 5-month-long flip-flopping of Venus between only 2 signs, Pisces and Aries. And with any retrograde, with Venus retrograde, yeah, you are going to be reassessing relationships, okay? It is almost like Venus is like the bachelorette. She's like, do I go with this dude? Do I go with this dude? Venus in Aries, by the way, Venus retrograde in Aries, it's very, what do I want? Okay? You're going to be having that. When Venus is retrograde in Pisces, that's more, who's going to sweep me off my feet? So just know Venus is retrograde all month, okay? In her weakest state. And so spend time reassessing what brings you pleasure, what you desire. It doesn't have to be just love. And if you are single, maybe not get in a relationship during a Venus retrograde, okay? You can you can have some fun, you can date and stuff. I wouldn't go get married, yeah. If you're in a relationship, you'll mostly be fine. You're just gonna have some moments like, okay, what's next, and things like that, right? Avoid cosmetic surgery if you can. Venus does rule beauty. I did a video on Venus retrograde, what not to do when Venus is retrograde. I'll leave that at the end of this video or in the description box. All right, now. Sunday, March 2nd, listen, we're going to have a Mercury Neptune conjunction at 29 degrees. When I say 29 degrees, by the way, that's the end. There's 30 degrees in a sign, right? So when we talk about degrees and even degree theory, and we'll talk more about this in your weekly forecast, this is clearing house, okay? Before there's movement when Neptune moves into Aries. And by the way, if you are new to my channel, I'm going to give you your astrological forecast, then I do your spread, and then I break it down week by week. I'll pull more cards. I'll tell you some things that are happening because there's so much happening. Not everything's on the whiteboard, all right? Mercury conjunct Neptune. I love this for you, okay? Makes me think of my Scorpio friend, okay? Because Mercury conjunct Neptune, Mercury, right? So this is Mercury with a megaphone. It's a conjunction. So thinking, speaking, communicating, writing, but any of that will be emotionally moving. This is all about compassion and the arts and intuition, spirituality, wonderful for artists and creative types. Mercury is storytelling, right? Neptune in Pisces is very fairy tale, right? Imagination. So keep a foot on the ground. I've been telling you that with these type of aspects. However, you can use this. You writing a fantasy novel? Perfect. Are you writing a fairy tale? Perfect. Like I said, if you're a creative type, I have a friend who's a Scorpio. He's a comic book artist. This entire month, off the charts for him, okay? Now, on the same day, Mercury moves into Aries. Hello, Mercury's about to do the same thing Venus is going to do. Mercury's going to go retrograde March 14th, go direct April 7th in Pisces for 1 week, go back to Aries April 15th, and then stay there until May 10th. So you see, we've got some serious retrograde periods coming up, right? It's a little interesting. Now, Mercury, and get anything you need to get done, because here's the thing. With all this Aries energy for you, Scorpio, this is your 6th house. You're about to get really busy. 6th house is everyday activities. It's projects, it's assignments, it's work, it's colleagues, employees, it's health, it's physical health. It's also pets. There could be a lot of big moments with pets, but Mercury in Aries is speaking boldly with conviction, quick thinking, assertive, confident, being very direct, okay? Anything you want, do it before Mercury goes retrograde, okay? Use this. You're going to love it. You're going to love it. So this is knowing what you want and going for it. This is you pulling up in a drive-thru at Wendy's and saying, I want meal 2, meal 3, meal 6, no fries. I want potato, ice cream, 2 milkshakes. Done and done. No dilly-dally. No, you got you're just going to go get what you want, all right? And remember, Aries is the I am of the zodiac. And so, yes, that is a lot. So this is all about you, okay? Prioritize you. Aries is very enterprising. It's very pioneering. It's very bold. There's this great enthusiasm. with Aries. I wouldn't be surprised if some of y'all get new contracts because you say like because you talk to talk. But I do want to keep in mind that it can be overly aggressive with Mercury and Aries, so just be very mindful of that. And if you are watching this in February, you know, I dropped these readings a little bit earlier. Mercury does move into shadow on February 28th. So we'll talk about that next week. All right. So, but it's still fine. Now, Friday, March 7th, we have the Sun trine Mars. Excellent. You know, Mars, remember, is no longer retrograde. You've got a lot of power. You've got a lot of power. And you know, you complete this picture. So all the water signs are going to feel this the most. The fact that Sun in Pisces, Mars in Cancer, you're the third water sign. This is amazing. Okay, it's a trine, but Mars, remember, is moving slow. So this trine is you're going to feel it pretty much the entire month. This is life force. This is energy. This is courage. This is resilience. This is getting the job done. This is having physical drive and stamina that you haven't had for a few months. You've got it now. All right. So be physical. Exert energy, anything physically. Do some gardening. Go for power walks. Go to the gym. All right. Do some chin-ups. Put on those shoes where every toe got their own sleeve. It could be a very emotionally moving time for you with all this water energy. Now, March 12th, Sun conjunct Saturn. This is big. Like I said, you are going to be you're going to feel like you're in a Romeo Juliet play all month. With what's happening for you, Scorpio, I'm very excited for you. I wish I was Scorpio this month. You've got the Sun conjunct Saturn. It happens once a year. Very rare. Okay. But I want you to remember, we had Mercury conjunct Saturn. We had Venus conjunct Saturn. We had Mars trine Saturn. So remember Saturn building you that bridge, okay? Making you a bigger authority, all right? Giving you structure, stability, and the things that you want when it comes to anything that brings you pleasure and joy and romance, true love. A lot of y'all are going to be getting married. A lot of y'all having kids. A lot of y'all are doing big creative projects that will be successful, okay? And hobbies. Let's not forget hobbies. Recreation, that's probably the fifth house. You're going to start your own pickleball company, whatever you want to do. But just know that this aspect, it's great. The Sun conjunct Saturn is big, and this is you being hardworking. This is being you loyal, and the reason why is because with this type of aspect, there is this degree of achievements and feeling accomplished and accolades and even wanting that validation from your bosses and authorities. And there's likely something new brewing for you around this time, but this is you taking on more responsibilities because you're going to say, this is what I can do. I can go above and beyond. I can exceed expectations. You are going to feel this. It's going to feel really good. It's like that HBO show that with the interns. I forget the name of the show. You know, they're all really like they believe in themselves and they're going to work really hard. It's kind of like that energy. Now, I want you to pay attention because this is when things get a little bit spicy. We not only have the Sun conjunct Saturn. This is the Sun conjunct Saturn, conjunct the North Node, conjunct Neptune in Pisces, all in your fifth house of joy and pleasure until March 20th. At the same time, you've got Venus retrograde, conjunct Mercury retrograde in Aries. That's going to be for a few weeks. And that's, again, in your sixth house. So a lot of you are reassessing where you want to be in your life and changing up your daily routines, as well as health matters and work. Okay? Now, why is that a big deal? It's happening right here. Right when we have the total full moon lunar eclipse, Thursday, March 13th to the 14th. It's more the 14th. It depends on where you live. Listen, this is at 24 degrees. Again, we'll talk about this degree and everything in your weekly forecast because there's so much here. I need you to get in the zone now. This is a big one. It's a very big one. I want you to know that it is happening around midnight. That's why I say March 13th, 14th. And it's going to be at maximum 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's my time, New York City time. And it's going to be over at 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay, so in the morning. Here's the thing. So go see it because it's going to be beautiful. Yeah, all right. If you're up that late, this is the first of the Pisces Virgo axis, right? The first eclipse. We just moved into the Pisces Virgo nodal shift axis. This eclipse cycle occurs every 19 years. And so think about what happened for you in 2006 to 2008 when it comes to your hopes, your wishes, your dreams, and friendships, groups you belong to, your communities. These eclipses are pretty much the exact same degrees as back then. All right. Now, this is in your 11th house. Some of y'all are getting rid of friends. Some of y'all are having, big moments of release. An eclipse, a lunar eclipse, it's 10 times the power of a normal full moon. Full moon's closure, turning points, endings, and it's in your 11th house. And so there may be something here where there's just some people in your life. It's like, okay, well, life goes on, and unfortunately, we're not going on together. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's gonna be some people that you may leave behind, and it's not like in a bad way. It's just maybe y'all have grown apart. Every Scorpio is different. You're all part of your own journey, and like new moons and full moons, you just have to see how things unfold, because eclipses are powerful, and you may not see something happen on the day, but it could unravel weeks later. And that's when you get that clarity. But for a lot of y'all, yeah, it'll happen right on the day. You may have not seeing eye to eye with a BFF, and then it's over. Yeah. So just be mindful of what you want. This is going to be a really, really big eclipse. Okay. Just a really big lunar eclipse that, like I said, I'm trying to sit up here. With any of these eclipses, they are going to have, it's like butterfly effects. It's going to have like ripple effects. So you could even have a conversation with a friend this day, or something about your hopes and wishes and dreams. Maybe you're talking to, one of your employees or whatever it is. And it doesn't even seem like a big deal at the time, but that conversation, it's going to snowball into something down the line. Okay. And so again, you may feel the impact of this eclipse 30 days later. Just know something has to end. Okay? Eclipses are part of your evolution, your awakening, your frequency. They put you on the path that you're meant to be on, and they bring truth to light. And there is a lot of weight with a lunar eclipse. This eclipse is going to be conjuncting the South Node in Virgo exactly 9:41 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, but it will be trining Pluto and Uranus. And so there may be something here that has to do with your significant other or a business partner as well, or something around home, parents or children, all right? Keep that in mind. Trines are good, though. Remember, those are special. But something's got to go. All right. Eclipses are game changers. And you're going to find that this one, there may not be as much a turning point as there is a true just like ending of something, because eclipses can eclipse things from your life as well. And it could just be you having some sort of lifestyle adjustments. But this is a lunar eclipse in Virgo. So we have to cue Bruno Mars. Scorpio. You are beautiful just the way you are, okay? And I say that because this is a lunar eclipse in Virgo. With this type of eclipse in Virgo, it's releasing any sort of perfectionist energy or any, self-critical, hypercritical, being hard on yourself energy. You're fine, Scorpio. You're fine. You're good. It's just, let's get rid of those energies that make us feel, okay? Use this. This is a really good portal for that. Like I said, in your 2025 forecast. This is the nodal path, it's the healing path. All right. Virgo is selfless. Virgo is service to others. You're going to be tapping into that energy. Okay. And if you are a cross watcher, if you watch for your rising, your moon, your sister, your husband, whoever it is, all the mutable signs, that would be Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces. And I'm throwing in Cancer. Okay. The moon is their ruler. They are going to feel this eclipse the most out of all the signs. If your birthday, if you're a cross watcher, if your birthday, like if you're a Scorpio watching, or if you're, Virgo watching, if your birthday is around this eclipse, like, yeah, you're gonna change. There's gonna be some changes. And Scorpio, actually, if you know your birth chart and if you have any planets or the moon in Virgo, like I do, near 22 to 26 degrees, feel free to give it a wider orb. You can go 21 to 27, 28 degrees like I do. So I'm going to feel this eclipse. You will feel this eclipse. Now, remember, the sun is literally conjuncting Saturn at this time in Pisces, therefore more mutable energy, therefore more mutable signs. You're still going to feel this the most. So what's really interesting here for you, Scorpio, is that you're having fun. You're having a great time, okay? You've got all your focus, your attention, your direction, sense of responsibility, all in your fifth house. Joy and pleasure, family, children, all of that. This eclipse is pulling you this way, saying, no, Scorpio, come on. We got to put this to bed. This friendship is not working out, or this group that you belong to, or something with social media is part of the 11th house, or something that you're hoping for. Maybe it's not the path, right? Because this thing's going really well for you. So something's going to end, and there may be a little bit of a tug of war. The great news is that the sun will be sextiling Uranus. Okay, you remember Uranus is in Taurus in your opposite sign at the same time. Okay, so that's really great. Partnerships, relationships, legal matters, one-on-one commitments here for you, Scorpio. And so, yes, I would even throw in the earth signs here. So, Virgo, already, mutable sign. But Taurus and Capricorn too may feel this. All right. Now, if you're a cross watcher, Friday, March 14th, we have this. That's when we have the sun sextile Uranus. That's just great. That's breakthroughs. So all Scorpios are going to feel this. You're going to have some big breakthrough with relationships. And again, it can be love. It can be career. It can be one-on-one. It can be like your sister or, your best friend. There's something here. All right. There's going to be some breakthrough that you have, or some unexpected surprising news that you receive. Really good ones. Now, Mercury does go retrograde this day. We'll talk about that later. You already know what Mercury retrograde does. So just know from March 14th and everything that I said earlier, but we'll talk about this in your weekly forecast to come, what Mercury retrograde in Aries means. Now, just remember, just reassess. Now, Thursday, March 20th, we officially enter Aries season. I mean, hello, happy equinox. Happy 2025, happy new year. This is the true new year, but also, as I said, nothing really happened in January. Nothing really happened in February. We had Mars retrograde. We had a lot of other things happening, but here we are. Things are starting to happen, okay? Because you cleared the decks with that eclipse, and now things are starting to happen. Happy spring. Happy fall if you're in the southern hemisphere. Now, we've got Venus, Mercury, and the sun in Aries, a stellium in Aries, where Neptune's about to join very soon. And the sun is exalted in Aries, meaning he does his best here. Aries is the ram. Yeah, the ram. The I am of the zodiac. This is your time. And again, it's in your sixth house. Everyday activities, your routines. There's going to be some changes, all right? There's got to be some changes, and it's very likely you're going to get busy, but good busy, all right? So keep that in mind. The other thing is, Other thing is, remember, at this point, you've got Saturn, Neptune, and the North Node still conjunct in Pisces, and now the Sun, Mercury, and Venus conjunct in Aries until March 27th. That's a lot of power. A lot of power in your sixth house of everyday activities and work and health and pets. Now, Sunday, and the other thing is, we do have a bunch of Pluto aspects that are amazing. We'll talk it. I'll bring some up when we break the cards down, when we go week by week. Okay. Sunday, March 22nd, the Sun will conjunct Venus in Aries. Scorpio, this happens once a year. Please plan something. Will you at least put it as a reminder in your calendar? This is the Sun conjunct Venus. So romantic. And it's so, just please. And if you're not here for romance, this is truly a gift from the universe. Put wheels in motion. Creative projects, businesses that you want to launch, anything that you want to launch. I mean, keep in mind, Mercury's retrograde, so put wheels in motion. That's what I said. But give some things life that you want to just, you want to feel it in your bones, all right? Make something happen. Now, Thursday, March 27th, Venus will conjunct Neptune, not on the whiteboard. We'll talk about it in your weekly forecast, but again, this is wonderful for artists, creative types, all of y'all out there. This is, poets and dancers. It doesn't matter. This is healing. This is beautiful. This is wonderful. Again, we'll talk about this later. And we're actually going to have this aspect 3 times because of the retrogrades. Remember how I said in your 2025 forecast, the retrogrades are, a blessing in disguise because some rare aspects we have this year, and that happen every year, we get them multiple times. All right. Now, this is a day that Venus re-enters Pisces at 29 degrees. Remember, Venus is exalted in Pisces, and for you, that is your 5th house of pleasure and joy. So you're lucky to get this again. All right. Now, things get a little spicier. You now have Venus conjunct Neptune, conjunct Saturn, conjunct the North Node, conjunct the Moon, because the Moon will be in Pisces. At the same time, the Sun will conjunct Mercury in Aries. That is a 7-planet conjunction. What can I say? Are you ready? Are you buckled up? That's a lot of power. And it's happening between Aries and Pisces because these planets are between 24 degrees to about like 9 degrees. So yes, it's a wide orb, but they're all straddling the 0 degree point. The 0 degree point, 0, new beginnings. So this has been happening more or less since March 10th. Pretty much all month. It's just some planets switch in and out. There's stuff happening for you. Because look, it's happening as we move into March 29th, a new moon, solar eclipse in Aries. 9 degrees. This is happening at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's a partial eclipse and not like last year, but nonetheless, it's an eclipse. Again, 10 times the power of a new moon. This is the last, okay, of the Aries-Libra axis. We're closing that door. And so this is all about new beginnings. Big new beginnings. Scorpio, in your 6th house. You're changing. Your life is changing, okay? This is hugely enterprising. Any eclipse in Aries is going to be bold, all right? It can be a breakthrough in itself. Remember, the ram. Aries, the ram, the I am, all right? So take bold actions. You're going to feel it. You're harnessing that Aries energy and also that Pisces energy. So you're going to be romantic. You're going to be like John Travolta, at the end of Grease, and then John Travolta at the beginning, like you get it, right? Just be prepared for these winds of change. And let me I just have to stress it one more time. Eclipses are sometimes unpredictable and can eclipse things from your life, but you have to see them as putting you on your path. Okay, Jupiter and Pluto are in good alignment here. I like this eclipse. Now, cross watchers. cardinal signs. Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn will feel this the most. And fire signs, Sagittarius, Leo, and of course Aries. And especially Leo. Yeah, the sun's your ruler. So you're going to feel this the most if those are your rising or sun, or if you're watching for your, nanny, whoever it is. Oh, and also if you have any planets or the moon in Aries in your chart between 7 to 11 degrees, see what happens. You're going to feel it. Now, the same day, Mercury moves into Pisces again. And Mercury conjuncts Neptune again because it's moved back into Pisces at 29 degrees. Beautiful. I love this, but now it gets even more spicy because now you have Mercury, Venus, Neptune, Saturn, and the North Node all conjuncting each other in Pisces until April 15th. This is your 5th house of love and pleasure, joy, romance, true love, children, family, all of that. I told you, I wish I was a Scorpio right now. This is amazing. And it's all happening March 30th. Look, the day after Neptune moves into Aries. As you know, nobody on this planet has experienced what Neptune in Aries is like. Nobody. It's a 164-year cycle. The last time it happened was 1861. Neptune in Aries. That's a spiritual warrior. Okay? That is visionary, creative leader. But we'll talk about it more in April because you see it has more of an impact in April, as does the eclipse. And I told you that, I think, I said that in my last live stream. And watch my last live stream. I talk a lot more about March. That's going to blow your mind. Okay? Scorpio, the one that's March astrology overview. All right? But yeah, big changes, Scorpio. Let's see what's going on for you. Well, I love y'all. Y'all are amazing. Let's see what's going on for you for March 2025. Scorpio, sun, moon, and rising. All right. Scorpio. Oh my goodness. How are y'all doing? It's so good to see you. I had my big event last night. I don't know if y'all, read my community posts. I post more on my Instagram. It's just the tarot ship. But I did a big event with John George. Do you know the restaurant? He's a celebrity chef. But anyway, in this really cool speakeasy restaurant thing, I was talking about 2025. Thank you for showing up. A lot of y'all that came out. It was sold out. And I did private readings, and those sold out within an hour. So I'll do it again. I'll let you know I do it again. It was so much fun. And I'll probably talk more about March. Anyway, I do a traditional cult to cross for the next one. I do a traditional cult to cross spread, offers the best overview. If we need to pull clarifiers, you know we will. All right, Scorpio, and you know I love y'all. All right, so what have we got here? Scorpio? You've already started. Well, when I drop these forecasts, it's going to be because I wanted to give you time to really absorb March because there's so much happening in March. So you got the Ace of Pentacles. And so this, depending on what the day you watch a reading, is still to come. You're good. You've got the Ace of Pentacles, all right? New beginnings, new opportunities. And I did tell you, remember, February 27th, we have that new moon in Pisces. Again, one of the best new moons of 2025, especially for you. It's in your 5th house, in your BFF sign, Pisces. You're going to feel the influence of that for the next few weeks. You got the Ace of Pentacles. I love this. You see the golden pathway here and the archway? It truly is this gateway into this new path for you with the biggest pentacle in the deck. Use it wisely. This is money. This is money. I love this. I'm not surprised either with Jupiter having gone direct recently in your 8th house. But anyway, this could also be something as in, Pentacles are your physical reality. So it could be something like a relationship that you're just starting, or it could just be, something that you're receiving in your physical world. Yeah. That Toyota Camry you've been eyeing, whatever it is, you got something coming through, and it's shaping this new path for you. Page of Swords. So look at what's happening here. There's something brand new happening in your life in March, because you got the Page of Swords, the youngest page, right, out of the sword suit. The pages are the youngest, right? Therefore, eager, enthusiastic. He wants to learn how to wield that sword. He wants to one day become the king of swords. We'll talk about that, okay? But this is this great enthusiasm to move forward. I got this new thing. I'm gonna learn how to use it. I want to go meet people. I want to do things. My mind, new way of thinking, because of what this brought in. So I love this. Okay. I wouldn't be surprised if you give a message out too. All right. Pages are messengers. Now you see him crossed by the King of Swords. That's fine. Here's the thing. 2 things. 1, I already said it earlier. With Mercury and Aries, and with all these retrogrades, practice patience. And B, be very mindful of the way that you communicate, because Mercury and Aries can be very assertive and aggressive, right? Secondly, that's for the collective. All right. Everybody feels that. Everybody feels in a different area of their life, right? You, remember, is in your 6th house. So it could be with colleagues or employees, right? So there may be something, or a doctor, or, physical therapist, whatever it is, but someone who could be speaking to you in a way that you don't appreciate. So remember, it's all about how you respond. You're on a karmic journey. All right. When you are the one that, you don't get fired up and you're very diplomatic, you win. You're the better person in this situation. All right. So just know there's going to be some sort of authority figure that may be a little, all right. You got the Wheel of Fortune in your crown. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're waiting for it. You're waiting for it. This is all about this new path. Manifest it. Remember, I say you create your reality. All right. So you got all the tools. Now, make it happen. I mean, you got eclipses this month. Wheel of Fortune. I mean, you're here. You see the 4 fixed signs. They're all reading the Book of Law, the Book of Wisdom. Something making you wiser, but it's this new path. Okay. That the Wheel of Fortune brings. It's attributed to Jupiter, all right? It's a 10, 1, 0 equals 1, new beginning. You want something brand new happening. It seems like look at all this new stuff. So I feel like, again, by mid-month or even before, something new is already happening, which is really great. Now, you do have the 5 of Wands and the root of your spread. That's just saying, listen, let's see eye to eye with people. A lot of egos at play here. Remember, we still have to give Mars a little bit of time to just get going, right? There could be something here with career. You got so much work stuff happening this month. Remember, I talked about colleagues, employees. Let's think about that, okay? You want to rise above. If people are not seeing eye to eye, you want to be the one that says, y'all, we got to do this. Too many cooks in the kitchen. Let's get this done. Let's get this done. Now, there may be, look, you got the 7 of Swords in your future. If you are a cross watcher, he's been coming out a lot. Okay, so be honest with yourself. Be honest with yourself about situations. You see these 3 swords here. There's something here where it's also, there is kind of like a message of, with all this Pisces energy, remember I said, keep a foot on the ground. Don't, dream big, but don't go beyond the point of no return, right? With Mercury, that's going to be in Pisces, it going back. And it's such a messy month. That's why every week I will break it down for you. But there is something here where it's like, you may be dreaming really, really big. And while you're up there in your dreams, everything, back down in your physical reality, there's all this other stuff happening. So we need to pay attention to that. Okay. Seven of Swords is just saying, like, be honest with yourself. Be honest with yourself as well, because doubly so because of the retrogrades. There's a lot of things that you need to reassess. And that's what the universe wants. When Venus goes retrograde, at the same time Mercury goes retrograde, where the whole point is to reassess, reevaluate, rethink. If you're not doing that, it's going to be harder to move forward because the planets want you to, go by their rules. But this is fine, again, as long as you're honest with yourself, okay? Are you taking on something new that if there's moments where you don't know how this works or you don't know how this works, ask people. Yeah. The other thing is, when I say be honest with yourself, it could be because of a circumstance that's happening within your world. Is someone doing something to you that's taking advantage of you, or manipulating you, or being mischievous, or is there some? This card is associated with lying, cheating, stealing. The Venus is retrograde. People get caught during Venus retrogrades, so don't let things happen like that. You've got to face that, okay? I'll clarify this Seven of Swords for you. Yeah, I got the Nine of Pentacles, so just do you, be your authentic self, make sure that you are in the right place and you have your head above the clouds and there's no dishonesty, no disloyalty, okay? You'll be fine with that Nine of Pentacles. So again, whether it's someone else, you're the one that's going to have to clear the air there, because they're clearly in this low energy frequency. You're going to have to pull them out, and it might be you. It might be you being honest with yourself. But once it happens, like, look at this clear passage to the Nine of Pentacles. Absolutely amazing, okay? Look, the symbol of Venus all over her gown. She is in her garden of abundance. She's so enlightened. Remember what I said with all that Saturn energy too. Working hard. You'll be rewarded. She worked hard. She deserves all of this. And there is a sense of self-sufficiency here. Okay? And which is very strong Aries energy, by the way, self-sufficiency. But this is great. You got a lot to look forward to. And she is Virgo. So again, there may be something here with the community or with your hopes and wishes and dreams. Let's get to your stuff. Scorpio, y'all are amazing. Y'all crack me up. If you like this reading, would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. Tell me what's going on. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I talked for like 3 hours last night. Yeah, leave comments. Tell me what's going on. I want to know. Y'all got all this fifth house energy this month. Y'all are so lucky. Let's see what's. Yeah, you're lucky. You're great. I love y'all. This is amazing. Okay, so you're gonna be fine. You're gonna be absolutely fine this month. Just be you. Be your authentic self. You are beautiful just the way you are. And remember, please use that lunar eclipse to any self-critical perfectionism. Gone. Yeah? Eight of Pentacles. Great. Because look, where you're at, you're laser focused. You want to reach your goals. You want to be rewarded. You will be. The Eight of Pentacles to the Nine of Pentacles in your future. Yeah. So just keep working toward your finish line. Don't be distracted. Okay? You're going to be fine. This is amazing. You got the Six of Cups here. Look at you go. This is your card. This card is attributed to Sun and Scorpio. This is a card of sharing and kindness and generosity and just feeling good. Now, this card is highly associated with nostalgia. You know, with Venus retrograde, Mercury retrograde, people from your past come back, okay? And it feels like it's going to bring you a lot of joy. And there's a lot of comfort in this card. This is your, tapping into your inner child. You've got, like I said, your fifth house is lit. It's Riz. All month. You're good. You got the Eight of Wands. You're good. Yeah, you want things to move. There's something that you want. Maybe there's a contract you want to sign. Maybe there's some proposal you put out there. You just want things to move. So move with it. Move with it and make it move. You got that Aries energy, that Ram energy, okay? Everything aligning for you. You stay at that high frequency, and you got the Four of Wands and your final outcome, a card of celebration, a card of milestones, a card of freeness. And this card is attributed to, believe it or not, Venus and Aries. Remember, this is in your sixth house. Everyday activities, work, health. I mean, they're celebrating. And this is, it's very clear some of y'all are going to be getting promotions or starting your own business or launching some big project or getting proposed to or dating, whatever you want. Like, you've got it. You've got it here. I'm excited for you. I'm excited for you, Scorpio. All right. Oh, yeah. And some of y'all are having babies. I told you that, right? Are thinking about it, or grandchildren. Now, let's break it down week by week. Scorpio, the first week of March, Venus, we talked about Venus is going to go retrograde. So keep that in mind. Mercury moving into Aries as well. And the Sun trine Mars, that is just, ooh, you're going to feel it. You're going to feel excited with that one. I love that one. Remember, that's physicality too. That's good. Let's see what's going on for you. Oh, let me do this again. Let's see what's going on for you for the first week of, oh, and happy daylight savings. Sunday night, the March 9th. Let's see what's going on for you for first week of March. You're good. You're great. You want your world to change. Make it happen. It's happening. Like I said, March is bonkers. There's going to be a lot happening, and it looks like you're coming out of something. Like I said, something new has already begun for you here. You see that? The very beginning, okay? And you see you got the only two cards where they have the four fixed signs and the corners. That stability, yeah, that the fixed signs bring. And you're here, you're a fixed sign. You're good. So again, be very proud of yourself. Scorpio, and when I talked about Scorpio, I went through sign by sign last night. When I talked about Scorpio, I was like, oh man, Scorpio, they'd been gone through it. They went through the ringer. But after we got over their eclipse season, whoosh, like chef's kiss. And now it looks like you're reinventing yourself. There's this new you coming about, new path, like you're good. You're absolutely good. Second week, Scorpio, we've got the Sun conjunct Saturn. You're going to feel that, okay, for pretty much the entire month. We also have a huge stellium in Pisces still. And then we have the full moon lunar eclipse in Virgo. And Mercury going retrograde, okay? And so just remember that Mercury is going to be overlapping Venus retrograde the week after, or from that point forward. So let's see what's going on for you for the second week of March. Ooh, you got the Nine of Swords. Yeah, like I said, that full moon total, or not total, full moon lunar eclipse that's happening, it is total, yeah. In Virgo, it's going to be very emotional. All right? Don't overthink things. Put things to bed. All right? And like I said, it may be a friendship or a group that you belong to. There may be some deep conversations. Like very like like soap opera-y. It'll be, yeah, there may be. Just don't overthink things. With that Nine of Swords, don't be hard on yourself. Okay? Don't be so hard on yourself you can't even sleep at night. Just strive to be the best version of yourself and know that everything that happens is happening for you. I'll clarify that in Nine of Swords too. All right? It could also be part of your transformation too. And when I say that, it could be that you are the one that is like ending something and it's really hard for you. So now you have a little bit of like, oh, right? but you've got to just trust your intuition on how things are going to play out. I'm going to clarify that. Nine of Swords. Three of Wands. If you can work with that energy and be okay with everything that's happening to the point where you clear your headspace, you can go forth with that Three of Wands coming after the world. So you see that if there's any sort of setback, it would be that. Okay? And this is saying, let's go, let's do it. Let's do it. I got my eyes on the prize, right? Three of Wands, Four of Wands. You're going to be fine. Now, third week, I would have to say, well, we move into Aries season. We got the Sun conjunct Venus. And then we do have a lot of Pluto aspects that are so wonderful. And remember, that's in your fourth house of home and family and parents, children, significant other. There's going to be some great things happen, okay? And real estate. You looking? Let's see what's going on for you. Third week of March. Nine of Wands. Okay. Great. Hang in there. Do your thing. Hang in there and make sure that as you move forward, because eclipse season is strong, it's emotional. As you move forward, make sure that nothing takes you off your path. I mean, this is a card of resilience, of perseverance, of saying, listen, maybe a little bit, some stuff are happening that could be trying to knock me off my path, but I'm not going to let it. All right. So that's great. Okay. Just keep going, and don't give up. But also just trust your intuition. It really is a thing here. I mean, with these swords, right? The fact that you didn't get any cups. I really want you to trust your intuition. This is great, that one there, but I want you to go with it. I'm going to clarify that. Nine of Wands. There you go. Speaking of cups, you got Temperance. Now, what's really interesting about this is that I was going to say this later, but this is my affirmation for your affirmation. Sagittarius card. Yeah? Temperance, Sagittarius. Sagittarius rules your second house of self-worth, self-value, the value you bring to things, as well as money, finances, income, salary, all of that. So there could be something here the third week. Yeah. Stand your ground and trust your intuition. Temperance is saying, it's an archangel. It's Archangel Michael saying, I've got you. You're good. Don't stress. Don't worry. You're doing great. You're on your path and you're going to get there. Just avoid any extremes or feeling like impatient. You're going to be fine. Okay? Now, last week, the major thing is the eclipse. Okay? Yeah. Venus moving back into Pisces, and then Neptune moving into Aries the first time in 164 years. New moon solar eclipse in Aries. Let's see what's going up for you, Scorpio, for the last week of March. This was worth the wait, wasn't it? This was worth the wait. I mean, I did say you've got all these, 3, 4, 5 planet conjunctions in your fifth house of true love and romance. I love this. You're good. You're good. There's something happening here where it's a lot of healing. It's a lot of passion. It's you opening yourself up to someone else. Maybe you are in a relationship and you feel this surge of love. I mean, this is wonderful. This is absolutely wonderful. And I'm very happy for you for getting the Two of Cups. I mean, the last week, love is composed of a single soul inhabiting two bodies. Thank you, Aristotle. We call this a twin flame card, true love card. In layman's terms, soulmate card. And like I said, all month long, you have that fifth house activity in true love and romance. So this also can be platonic. Yeah. Even like healing, like making up with someone or healing with someone from the past this month. So just keep that in mind, Scorpio. Y'all are amazing. Thanks so much. Oh my gosh. All right. So, yeah, second spread. We're gonna look at career. We're gonna look at money. We're gonna look at love. We're gonna look at a lot of things. And then I'm gonna use another. We're gonna do 3 decks. We'll do 3 decks. 2 decks. If you like this reading, it'd be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. Tell me what's going on, Scorpio. And then next week, we will go deeper in the aspects. And I have to tell you, I mean, Mars is now direct. Your former ruler will have this great aspect. And then Pluto, your modern ruler, very active, especially toward the end of the month. But anyway, y'all are amazing. Tier 3 members, you know where to find the link for the second spread. I love y'all. Scorpio, I will see you next week. Bye-bye.